Hey Pitmasters, what is up? Today we're going to be making hot and fast beef ribs. Look at these beautiful beef ribs. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ribs. Giant Irish grass-fed beef ribs. Not too much fat though. Morrison, you don't like beef ribs, do you? Morrison loves beef ribs, but the downside of beef ribs is you gotta cook them for a long time. 12 hours is no exception for normal smoking these things. But we're going to change that today. We're going to do these hot and fast at 160 degrees Celsius. See if we can eliminate some time, get a beautiful crust on, and make them juicy on the inside. Remember that we did that skirt steak video? I got some beautiful oil out of that, some smoked chili oil. We're going to be using this to make sure that our salt will stick to the meat. So we'll pour some of that on. Look at that color. Dark golden brown. We're gonna rub that in on both sides. Let's put some salt on that. There we go, look at that, man. You remember this guy? We'll do it blogger style. No pepper. We're gonna be roasting this at a high temperature. If we put pepper on it, the pepper is going to burn, the herbs are going to burn. So maybe later we'll put some on, but we gotta check on the crust, see how it forms, how it develops, if there's still room to put some of it on. I already lit up my Kamado Joe Big Joe. It's running at a temperature of 160 degrees. I'm going to put in a chunk of hickory. If you want to, you can use a chunk of oak, but make sure you got a nice big chunk of it. Put the heat deflector in, put the grill grates in. As you can see, we're picking up a nice bit of smoke. Time to put our beef ribs on. Look at this thing. Look at this. This is kind of cool. You can see with the oil and salt that the salt is turning a little bit yellow. That's all smoke flavors and flavors from the chili. It's going to work perfect on a beef ribs. I'm going to close the lid and making sure that it runs stable. Of course, we need a barbecue sauce to go with this. And I wanted to do a white sauce. Now, personally, I'm not a white sauce kind of guy, but Morrison here is. And we did the Alabama white sauce to go with the chicken. It didn't really get me. But when we improved it, when we made it better, it kind of like struck a nerve. It like inspired me to go work with it and try and see where we can take this white sauce and how good it can really be. As a Dutch guy, we're gonna start with mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, half a jar. Take a big jar, make sure you got enough. This is like a liter, no, 720 milliliters. I'm gonna take half of that, so that's around 350 milliliters. We can put the whole jar in if we want to.
Let's do that.
Why not? Let's just get crazy. And the second part of the base is apple cider vinegar. So we'll use around 200 milliliters of that. And what we want to see is we're just gonna make sure that we got a smooth consistency, which is more fluid than the mayonnaise. This is going to bring the acidity. As you can see, this is a good consistency, nice thick sauce. Now this is the moment where we're going to change things up. The last time I used Worcestershire sauce. But you guys know what I love more than Worcestershire sauce. That's right, ketchup mayonnaise. We're going to put in a tablespoon of that. At least that's what we're going to start off with, since this is an experiment. Now I want to see where the color is going to take us. Let's give this a quick try. Oh, this is good already. I can stop right now and it's done.
No.
Exactly. We're just going to put in a little bit more. Another tablespoon. Now, I want some heat, so I got a little bit of Habanero Tabasco. We're going to put some of it in there. I think a tablespoon is a little bit much, so we'll start with a teaspoon. Before I'm going to taste it, I already know I want some black pepper in there. Around a teaspoon should do the trick. The way I look at it, the black pepper is going to hit you in the mouth, and then the habanero is going to grab you by the throat. And that's the exciting part. The habanero is definitely doing the trick. It's grabbing me, it's like shrinking my throat, but the black pepper is not there yet. So we'll put in a little bit more. We'll put in a little bit of horseradish, 2 teaspoons. I like to add a little bit of sweetness.
What are you doing?
Yeah, the sugar is kind of hard. This is, I like to get rid of my aggression here in the studio. So if you look away, I'm just gonna fix my aggression problem. I got a chunk. Ah well, it will dissolve. I'm gonna put in a tablespoon. Maybe you can leave this out more, son. Quick taste test. We're getting close. To boost the flavors, I'm going to add the juice of half a lime. Of course, we're going to need some pressed garlic as well. And of course, some fine chopped parsley. Now, of course, the garlic and the parsley, they got to get mixed up with the mayonnaise first. So it's going to take a while to develop the flavors. But we're going to do an intermediate taste test. Sounds like it's science, right? I'm digging it. I don't know what to say, but it's sweet. And so the sugar's dissolved and it's kind of like, oh, there's the habanero. Feisty little bugger. And it's sweet. And it's got that ketchup mayonnaise sweetness flavor. I'm still missing that little bit of Worcestershire sauce in there. So I think I'm gonna still add some of that. So we'll add a tablespoon of that. Now it should be done. There it is. Instant barbecue sauce. Wanna try it? Try a little, not a lot. I'm Jamie from the block. It's perfect?
It's perfect.
You think it's perfect, Marcel?
Yeah.
Now we'll just wait until our beef ribs are done. Let's take a look at it. See how it's doing. Wow, look at that. We can see a beautiful mahogany color on the outside. That's gonna be a really good smoke ring. It's been 1.5 hours. I want to check on the color and it looks good. Got a nice bit of crust on the outside, nice smoke color. Time to wrap it in foil.
Oh, that's clever.
That's clever, right?
Yeah.
That's how mayonnaise guy thinks. I'm proud of myself. I think my mother would be too. I just wanted to do one thing. Put my rub on it.
Oh, you forgot.
So I have to do it again, unwrap it. Ah. It's like the world's best rub for beef ribs.
Yeah. Go on with it.
Come on, seriously. It's really good. Do you know that I sold, last week I sold double the amount of what I sold the week before?
You know, what's the amount?
12. Wrap it up. So, why am I using aluminum foil instead of paper, which I would rather prefer to do? Because of the high temperature, and the aluminum foil is going to keep the moisture inside and make it nice, keep it nice and juicy. Make sure it doesn't dry out. Back on the grill.
Yeah.
Are you scared of aluminum foil?
No, I'll always put it on my head so the government can't track on what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, good.
That's how I sleep.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to be nice now. It's been another 1.5 hours. We raised the temperature up to 180 degrees Celsius in the grill, which is pretty high, but I think we can manage. Let's see what the temperature is at. It's at 95 degrees Celsius. It's more than done. We're taking it off the grill. But there's a problem. I gotta pick up the kids. Can you bake the pita breads? The barbecue is already at temperature. You just need to put them on, bake them, and then you'll be good.
Easy.
I was gone 20 minutes. You bake these for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Let's start with not bad.
Pita bread is hard, man.
Pita, this is pre-baked pita bread.
This is hard.
Now it's hard. Let's open this up and take a look inside. Look at that thing. Never ever throw away the juices. Now there's only one thing left to do, and that is slice into it. First, lettuce. We gotta have lettuce. Otherwise your mom is gonna call me you're not eating healthy. Now we can take the thumbnail picture. Everybody believes it's healthy now. We can get away with it, Marcel. It's time to get these bones out. Look at that, clean off the bone. Woo-wee. Oh man, Let's slice it up. That is juicy beef ribs. We got a smoke ring. Oh yeah. Look at how juicy that looks. Freaking A, baby. There you go, guys. Fall apart tender. The bark. A plus rub. Give it a try.
This bark.
Look at this thing. Look at it wiggle. Look at the juices. They're just dripping off. I'm gonna have another piece. Oh yeah, we're eating this, but I need to finish the rest of the video. All right, let's slice this up, turn this into a sandwich. We'll put in a little bit of lettuce. All right, let's put in some of that beef ribs. I will put some sauce on top. Ooh, this is gonna be so messy. There we go. With all the messy eating aside, this is freaking good. I mean, you get the beef ribs, and then we might have overdone it with the amount of sauce that I put on, but it does really taste good. Together with that lettuce, it makes it crispy. You got the beautiful bark on the beef ribs, and the beef ribs are super juicy. And you know, it only took 3.5 hours to cook these beef ribs. That's mind-blowing, right? And it didn't even have that crazy amount of marbling. But it's really good beef ribs. It's good amount of smoke. It's roasting. It's a good barbecue rub. A nice sauce. What more can you wish for? You want to give it a try, Marcel?
What do you think?
Well, there you go, brother. I mean Marshall. I mean Marco. I mean Marshall. There you go. Is it good?
No.
I know it's good, but like 3 hours time. We cooked it in 3 hours. But let me tell you one thing, there are no rules in barbecue. And we've proven that today by cooking our beef ribs hot and fast and let them still turn out juicy. There's only one thing you guys need to do for me. You gotta give this a try. You gotta go hot and fast. I wanna know if it turns out okay for you, if you can do it, if you can make a hot and fast beef ribs as juicy as these were. Let me know if you ever did it. Let me know if you're going to do it. And as always, a big thank you to our patrons and our YouTube members. See you guys next time. Until then, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling.